Are you a student stepping up from FM paper to AFM paper? If yes, in this video, I am going to help you to identify some key differences from paper FM to paper AFM. I'll be focusing on three key areas. Number one, I'll be helping you to identify what is our role. What is our role in this advanced financial management paper? Number two, I'll be helping you to interrelate the topics which are connected in FM paper and AFM paper. And finally, I'll be introducing some new topics which we are supposed to study in AFM paper. So please make sure that you will watch till end of this video. If you have any doubts or if you need to know something more about these ACCA paper, let me know in the comments so that I can help you in making some new articles, new videos. So let us focus on the very first area, our role in this paper. When you compare to FM paper, in this AFM, the questions will be, the context of the question will be an multinational operations. We are not only operating, our organization is not only operating in our domestic country, we'll be having several operations in several foreign countries. We'll be making some investment decision in a foreign country, or we have to make some financing decision from some other foreign countries. So remember, whenever you answering, you should think like this: you are not only making a decision for a country or for a company who is not only working in domestic country. This organization has some multinational operation. Another two key points which can help us to identify the difference in our role from FM to AFM are the difference in our answering to analytical questions and the difference in our approach to answering professional judgments. When we considering paper FM, our analytical answering and professional judgment will be mostly or purely based on some financial figures only. If at all a project gives us a positive NPV, our professional judgment will be, since it's a positive NPV, it is financially acceptable. But in case of AFM paper, our thinking and our professional judgment analytics should be much more broader view. For example, when you making an investment decision, you should need to consider some financial figures, but our decision should not only based on these financial figures. We need to consider a lot of other non-financial areas. Some examples are, we need to consider the ethical impact of this decision, or we need to consider the sustainability topics due to this decision, or we need to consider how this decision going to help to improve or to achieve the mission, vision or goal or objective of the organization. So remember, when you answering your AFM paper, it's not only financial figures, you need to balance both, or we can say more, we need to write on non-financial. So both financial, non-financial we need to balance, but we have to write more on these non-financial areas when we do analytics and professional judgment. Okay. Now let us focus on the relationship between the key topics from FM and AFM. If you remember, we had a key module in F9 paper named Investment Appraisal, which deals with NPV topics, IRR, ARR and payback topics. When we come considering AFM paper, here also we got a module named Investment Appraisal or Advanced Investment Appraisal, which deals with topics like international NPV, APV, MIRR and duration. This INPV and APV is nothing but it's an advancement or a different variant of the basic NPV what we studied in F9. Or when we considering MIRR, it is nothing but it's a modified internal rate of return. It's an advancement of our basic IRR we studied in FM paper. So from this itself we can conclude that without a proper knowledge in F9, a student cannot approach confidently to AFM paper. But don't worry, if you enroll for AFM course with Alliance Learning Provider, we make sure that each of our student should have a good enough knowledge in FM. So we will every time we will start our AFM course with making our student good or confident in FM paper. Then only we continue to the advanced paper. Okay, now let us consider another module which is said to be cost of capital. In FM paper, we were supposed to do KE using dividend growth model and capital asset pricing model, and KPKD using that discounted techniques. From that, using that discounted technique, we were supposed to identify rate of return. Same topics, same area are going to be tested in AFM, but little more advanced. KE, KD, KP, WACC, same figures, but this KE will be tested in 3 ways. It can be either dividend growth model, it can be CAPM, and it can be a new model which is said to be Modigliani and Miller. Again, whatever you studied in FM should be carried forward to AFM. So remember guys, without making proper or a good base from FM, you cannot confidently attend AFM paper. When we consider this CAPM, do you remember we are supposed to study some topics from beta, de-gearing and re-gearing betas. We had only one, our questions were only dealing with one business operations from F9 paper, in F9 paper. Compared to AFM paper, here in AFM paper, this betas will be, we need to identify a portfolio beta of our organization which will be dealing in multiple business operation, will be in some retail sector, will be in some manufacturing sector. So different sectors we are dealing. So we need to combine or we need to pool these betas and identify a new KE based on these pooled portfolio beta. So remember guys, it's nothing but we need some key topics from FM, and stepping from that basic topics, we are stepping up to new topics in AFM. Now we'll move to another topic, business valuation. Do you remember we have to make valuation using net asset based, earnings based and cash flow based. The same topics will be going to tested in AFM level also, but majority the cash flow based and the PE ratio based methods will be tested in AFM level, but in a context of mergers and acquisition and corporate reconstruction. In FM level, it was F9 paper, it was just identifying the value of business or valuation of equity. Here in AFM, this valuation will be in the context of mergers and acquisition, or it can be in a context of corporate reconstruction. Mergers and acquisition, nothing but two companies come together into a combined company, or a bigger company is acquiring a smaller company. So in that context, we need to value the predator company and acquirer company. Corporate restructuring means the financial scheme or financial structure of the organization is going to be a change due to some problems or some difficulties. So after this restructuring, how this is going to affect the value of the organization, this will be our questions from mergers and from our corporate reconstruction area. So remember guys, I am telling the same again and again, you need to make sure that before attending AFM paper, you need to make sure that you had a good grip in FM paper. We will consider another topic which is risk management paper. Do you remember we had to deal with foreign exchange risk and interest risk using some instruments from over the counter like forward contracts, and using some exchange traded derivatives like futures, options, swaps, etc. These exchange traded derivatives were tested mostly in F9 level, FM level. It was mostly tested theory only, but the same risk management in our AFM syllabus also, but it little more broader context. We need to consider the OTC and exchange trader derivatives instruments. We need to consider both, not only numerical, not only the narrative part, but both. We need to consider numerical, and we need to, based on that numerical, we need to make a professional judgment. But remember, in AFM level, it is not only interest risk management and forex risk management. Whatever decision you make, whether it is an investment decision, whether it's an financing decision, you need to assess, you need to evaluate, you need to make professional judgment on the risk framework, or the how this is going to affect your or is it going to match your risk appetite of the organization? You need to evaluate, you need to monitor different types of risk like political risk, legal risk, economical risk, forex risk, etc. So it's not only that forex and interest risk, it's a little more broader thing. So once again, I am telling this, without proper knowledge from FM, you cannot excel in AFM paper. Now let us move to discuss a new two topics what we are expected to study in this AFM paper. Number one is option pricing. Option pricing, we need to calculate the value of options in case of a share option or in case of an real option using Black-Scholes option pricing model, BSOP. Using BSOP model, we need to identify the value of a flexibility or value of an option which can be incorporated into many of our decisions. Another new topic which I mentioned earlier, which is corporate reconstruction. In corporate reconstruction area, our organization might be facing some troubles, some financial difficulties. So in order to get through from that financial difficulties, the organization is forced to move to a financial restructuring, where these preference shares, debenture shares will be restructured mostly into an equity finance. So this sometimes we are supposed to prepare an expected financial statement of P&L or statement of financial position after restructuring. But remember, this is not like a bigger in-depth knowledge in IFRS financial statement preparation. It's very basic. It's just focusing on in the context of that change in or restructuring in our financial schemes. So that's it, guys. This is what I supposed to discuss in this video in order to give you a good idea from how to step up from FM to AFM.